where you're at with this business. And obviously, if you're working it as a business, it's important that you have the tools to function properly, because if we're going to go build a house, it's going to be hard to do without a hammer, right? And so I think a lot of people, maybe when they first get in, just because we have so many people that are doing the Zen Project 8, that literally decide after doing the Zen Project 8 that they want to build a business, right? That doesn't, sometimes they don't get into it thinking, I want to build a huge business. Sometimes they think, I just want to get healthy. And suddenly people are asking and they're building a business. So I really want to make sure that everybody is equipped and has the tools, because we know that only way this business is going to multiply and duplicate is if we have a system. Now, many of you have seen this corporate launch, this beautiful Jeunesse J kit. It's gorgeous. You do know with the new dollar sign up that they don't receive this, so they'd have to go in their back office and purchase it for $24.99. But what I like to call this is, I call it the franchise kit. So when people say, what do I get when I sign up to be a distributor? I'm like, well, you get this franchise kit, and it comes with beautiful marketing material, how to grow your business on social media. You know, it has a couple of the beautiful flyers in there. But I always recommend, especially if you're serious about building a business, to order additional products. But all of these beautiful marketing tools are in your J kit. So if someone does sign up for $1 right now, just make sure they know they're not getting all these gorgeous tools, and they should go back in there and just order a kit themselves once they're a member. So we're gonna go down over some bare bone minimum stuff tonight, because I feel like a lot of you don't even know your domain name. I've realized sometimes people, I just assume they know their domain name, and they don't. So we're gonna talk about that here. And I think it's important for all of you to kind of just examine where you're at. And then also keep in mind, if you're a leader and you're building a business and you're growing a team, this is not just for you, this is for your team. So if what I'm telling you tonight is like repeat, and you're like, Renita, I know that stuff already, but does your team know it? And if your team doesn't know it, your business is never gonna grow, right? So we gotta make sure our team is fully equipped to just win with this business. So you guys saw this, I posted this on social media. It's Build Your Business. It's a top 10 checklist. And actually I put out on the YouTube channel, for those of you who haven't joined our YouTube channel, Scott put it out there on Jeunesse Team Brannan. It's called Shine, because I like the song Shine Bright Like a Diamond. And I think we're all diamonds, and we're all supposed to be shining brightly, right? And some of us don't know how to do that quite yet, because we don't know how to get started. So this top 10 checklist, what I basically did is I just did little individual, basically tidbits, like 30 seconds to 2 minutes long on each step, on each of those foundational 10 steps. And so I just talked them. So if people learn, some people learn better when they have this thing in their hand. Some people are they want to see that, and others learn better through audio and visual. Do you guys know that? And so the first stage of learning for a lot of people is visual. So maybe I have put this on social media, and maybe not one of you have seen it before, because you don't learn better that way. You learn good by a webinar or something where we're talking about these 10 steps. So I'm gonna briefly just gonna go over these, and we're gonna talk about it and discuss each one. And if you guys have concerns or questions as we go, I want you to chime in. That's why it's obviously interactive. But again, right now we have the special going on. So we have everybody on this webinar, if you desire to grow a team to make an additional 500, 1,000, 2,000, 4,000, 8,000 a month, you totally can do it with this promotion that they have going on right now, Ignite Your Potential promotion, plus the free cruise. Like, who doesn't want to earn an extra $4,000 in a free cruise? That is going to be fun in the sun, lunges down the deck of the cruise ship. I'm all about the fun factor. And so let's just go over these real quickly, because like Mark McDonald said it best. I was on a webinar with him just on Friday, and he was talking about how he loves health. Do we all know that Mark McDonald loves PFC every 3? He loves Zen Project 8. He loves getting people healthy and teaching them about how to stabilize their blood sugar. We can all agree on that, right? But Mark was down in Chile doing a presentation in Chile, and he said to the group in Chile, I love health, but had I not been business-minded, I wouldn't be down here in Chile teaching you guys how to grow Zen Project 8, right? So at a certain point as an entrepreneur, we got to move from just talking only about the health to talking about this business opportunity. Because if not, we're never multiplying, we're never duplicating. So imagine if Mark McDonald only cared about the health and was just still here in the US. Well, we know that's not the truth, because Zen Project 8 and Jeunesse has launched in 25 different countries like in the last 3 months. Thank God people have business sense so we can duplicate this message globally, right? So if you feel like I don't want to talk about the business, or I'm nervous to talk about the business because I just really care about the health, well, I just go back to Mark. He wouldn't be down in Chile, the country of Chile, educating people about Zen Project 8 had he not cared about the business. So at a certain point, if you really want to duplicate that message, whether it's health, whether it's PFC every 3, whether it's envy, you got to get excited about not only the health, but the opportunity. You got to get excited about both, because if you're only talking health, you'll only sign up customers. That's what you'll do. And I want to sign up customers, but I want to sign up a lot of business builders too, because I want this global, right? So number 1 on your checklist here is basically place your appropriate size order. Now for everybody, that's going to be different. But obviously, if you're looking at winning this cruise, I mean, you got to hit some CV. I mean, they want you to have 3,600 CV. They want you to hit 7,200 CV. CV is commissionable volume, and everything has a CV attached to it. So if you just order like a Zen Transform kit, it's worth 100 CV, okay? If I order an ambassador kit, that's worth 600 CV. Now, if I'm trying to get to 7,200, okay, right? If I'm trying to get to 7,200, do I want to go out and sponsor 72 Transform kits between me and my team? Or could I take 7,200 divided by 600, and that equals about what? 12. Or do I want to go out and sponsor 12 ambassador kits between me and the leaders on my team? Do you see how those numbers are drastically different? So dependent on what you guys want to share is really how you decide you want to talk about it, right? Some people, they just go out and they only talk about Transform kits. Well, to hit those numbers like the 3,600, the 7,200, the 12,000 CV, all those necessary milestones to get those cash bonuses and the cruise, you're going to have to do a lot of Transform kits. If you're doing it by yourself, you're going to have to do a ton of Transform kits. But if you're empowering your leaders and trying to duplicate your leaders, if you have 2, 3, 5 people that are out there sharing it with you, and you start doing the math on that, you're like, okay, if I go get 5, and if this person goes and gets 5, you can start breaking it down. Do you guys understand that? But it was very clear to me. I just was up in Grand Forks, North Dakota, helping Stacey Narla, great leader, been in the business a long time. And some fundamentals, I realized that I had not taught her. And so I was like, oh my gosh, we got to do webinars, because if you don't know this, Stacey, trust me, nobody else on our team knows this stuff. So this is very important. And so place an appropriate size order. And how you determine what that is you've got to ask the person what their goal is. And if they say, my only goal is to get healthy, well, then a Zen Transform kit is fitting, right, guys? But if they say, I absolutely want to make money and share this with others, and I love this opportunity, I've been looking to become more tax efficient, maybe all this is going on, right? Then you're going to have to say to them, you know what, the appropriate first order for you then would really be the ambassador kit. It's like launching your business. And I'm going to tell you, how you frame it is how they see it. So if you're always saying, just get in with the bare bones, you're teaching your teammates to teach their future teammates to get in with just the bare bones. So for me, I always go in with the expectation is you need the most possible product, because if you're serious about sharing this, you're going to need some product, right? Because I know people that get one kit themselves and they're like rationing it, and then they're scared to give a sample to anybody, because then they're not going to have enough. They don't want to give away a Zen Fit, because they might need that, that amino acid later on. And I'm like, come on, you got to get your head in the game to decide what you want to share and what you want to grow. So up in Grand Forks, I simply said to Stacey, from now on, if you really are serious about hitting this cruise, because she wants to come home from work because she's got a little baby in her belly and she's got a little boy, and she's like, I want to become a stay-at-home mom. Like, this is for real. The rubber is meeting the road right now. She's 20 weeks pregnant, And so I said, well, to duplicate yourself the fastest, let's start talking ambassador kits. And she was honest, and she said, Renita, I've never sponsored an ambassador kit before. And I said, it's okay. You know what I mean? The first time it's kind of scary. I remember when sometimes my mom Pearl, some of you might know my mom Pearl, and my mom would say, Renita, just come stand next to me so I can make a phone call. She said, because you just give me confidence. You know what I mean? And so I would just stand next to my mom and say, come on, Mom, you can do it. And like, she would dial the number to talk to people. And I think sometimes it's amazing the effect that we have just as leaders with our teammates. You know what I mean? How sometimes we're the follower and many times we're the leader, but I mean, we're always learning, we're always growing, and we're always gleaning from one another. But, you know, I was with Stacy and I said, this gal is getting in at the ambassador kit. She told us that she wants freedom. She's sick of working at that place 7 days a week. She's worn out. She wants some fun. She wants to be with a community of amazing individuals, especially women. Like everything she's saying is ambassador kit, ambassador kit, ambassador kit. We are not going to lowball and say, yeah, let's just get in with the transform kit. And so it was very kind of, you have to kind of get your mind right before you go talk to people, because if you're, Calvin Becerra once said, I think it was Calvin Becerra, he said, if you're always signing up people beneath you, and I don't want to be like people are beneath me, but like people at a lower, maybe they are a lower socioeconomic class than you, maybe they don't know as much as you, maybe they're just, they kind of look up to you, right? It's easy to sign those people up, I'll be honest with you, because they're looking up to you, right? So, you know, that they say sponsor up. It's sometimes hard to bite off the big fish, right? That might be maybe maybe they make more money than us. Maybe they're more recognized in our community. Maybe they even know more about health than we do. And it's sometimes difficult to talk to that person. Trust me, we know more about health than you guys think. I just had my son Truett in for a sports physical on Friday, and the doctor said to him, I hope you're drinking lots of milk. And Truett looked at her and said, I don't drink milk. And she goes, oh, and she was this little East Indian woman, and she's like, you don't? How do you get calcium? And Truett's like, kale and almonds. And I'm like, boom. And so and she goes, and then she looked at me and she goes, what's your name? Can I write your name and phone number down? So the doctor, she's like, can I call you? I'm like, yeah. So you'd be surprised how much knowledge you guys have that the rest of the world has no idea of. I mean, you guys are just like, you know 80% more than the population. And if you walk around believing that, people are going to sense that and they're going to know that. But anyway, that's just, so sometimes we think, oh my gosh, it's scary to talk to this doctor. Guess what? I'm going to sign up that doctor. Watch me. Like, I'm just thinking, and she might be one step above me because she's an MD, but watch this. She said, I want to lose weight and I want to get healthy. I'm like, boom, let's go. And so for me, that's signing up, right? You guys get what I'm saying? But if we always sponsor down, well, those people, what do? They sponsor down, they sponsor down, they sponsor. Pretty soon, like we've got these people that are barely committing at a 20 CV order. There's no way they're getting on auto ship. You know what I mean? They'll probably be with another company next month. So you got to ask yourself, is that what you're looking for? And for me, I'm not. So when people come in with that ambassador kit, they are investing in an opportunity. It's like the real deal, right? So place an appropriate size order, and you guys know with the dollar sign up right now, they have to get at least 100 CV, and ideally just pick one of the kits and then get on 60 CV auto ship. Okay? Some people say 60 CV auto ship necessary. I'm just going to go with the answer yes, because it's a lot simpler. There's ways around it where you can order this much retail product, and if someone goes to your website and orders this much each month, then you don't have to place a auto ship order. But I don't even want to teach you guys that. Do you know why? Because all of us as business builders should be on auto ship. Every month we should need product because we are consuming these products and sharing these products, whether it's the Nevo or the Fit or the Reserve. We need more of this stuff every single month, right? So should you be on auto ship? Absolutely. Especially if you're building a business. If you aren't on auto ship, your points are going to flush. So people get that, you know, that jazzy email that says you're in a period for the next 7 days where if you don't place an auto ship order, you know, and they call you and they're like, oh my gosh, what does this mean? Well, obviously it means that we haven't trained them appropriately, because if they're going to build a business, they want to be on 60 CV auto ship, because then their points are going to go away. Now, does that matter? Yes. I don't know if Jacinta's on here. I don't think she is. But if Jacinta would be on here, she'd say never, ever go off of auto ship and let your points flush. I mean, sell the bike out of the garage before you let your points flush. You know, because literally she's seen the benefits of that, where you have $100,000 on one leg, and if you miss a month, that's gone. Then that's like a savings account. You know what I mean? And so I encourage you guys, never let the points flush. Always 60 CV auto ship. Make it mandatory. Okay? So know your URL. Let's talk about that for a second. I'm going to just minimize this, and I want to show you guys. Can you guys see me?
Yes, absolutely. I can see you.
Okay. Okay, good. I'm going to share my screen, so you're going to see my desktop too now, okay? And so we're going to talk about this. And so for some of you, again, this might be just totally elementary. You're like, Renita, I totally get this. I'm not sharing this through Facebook Live, by the way. I'm going to have a link, and then I'll put it out there because I'm going to save it to I'm going to actually save it to our little YouTube channel, and then I'll put it out from that link. So here I am. I want to show you guys this. So like when you go to your website, some people now, again, you might not think that this is important. Some people don't even know what their domain name is. They don't know that they have to go www.whatever, mine's renewwithrenita.JeunesseGlobal.com. Listen, I had a guy the other day who is as sharp as can be. This guy is super sharp. And you know what he said to me? Renita, I'm sending out my link over and over and over and over, and everybody's telling me it's going to an email. And I'm like, what the heck is this guy doing wrong, right? And I said, okay, talk me through what you're doing. And he said, well, I'm going www. My username, whatever it was, @JeunesseGlobal.com. This guy is sharp. He makes 6 figures a year already. You know what I mean? I should say, he's high 6-figure income earner. Anyway, the bottom line is he didn't know that it was not a .Jeunesse Global. He thought it was @Jeunesse Global. And so everybody that was going to his website was like, it was coming up like this email that didn't work. So even the sharpest ones, I literally sit down with them and I show them, www.yourusername.JeunesseGlobal.com. That is your web domain that you're going to send everybody to. And like I said, I'm just going to give you some real life examples because I'm talking to people all day, every day. Carrie, I'm going to minimize you here. Let me get this out of here. What I realized is that, even like Kim, we have this sharp little gal named Kim down in Arizona, and she people would come into her shop. She's got a little boutique shop, and she would spray their faces, and then she would just she would on her phone at the shop. They'd go there and they'd order Envy. Well, guess what Kim was doing? She wasn't sending it from her J-Mobile app. Unfortunately, she was actually just Googling her domain name. She was just going to Google. She wasn't going to this URL up here. See, this is called your URL up here. She was literally going to Google and Googling her domain name, and some other woman got 3 signups in a row because Kim thought it was her website. And we found this out a week later, and we couldn't get that money back. That was a tough lesson learned. Okay, so for all of you, don't Google it. Don't assume people know their domain name. It has to be up here in this. This is stuff that happened to me. I've been interacting with distributors last week. This is not something that is like, oh, okay, maybe that happens. Like, these people are sharp people, and they're not knowing it, right? So renewwithrenita.JeunesseGlobal.com, that's my domain name. And when I go to my website, that's what I send people to sign up to become a distributor or a customer. But when I want to log into my back office, what do I click on there? Log in. See where my cursor is, you guys? I click on log in. And when I click on log in, now it's taking me to the behind the scenes, right? I can click on, renew with Renita right there. And then my password. See, again, you're not putting your domain name in right there. See how I didn't put www. I just put renew with Renita. Again, people are confused with that step. Their login is just their username and then their password. And then, of course, you're going to log in. Okay, and we're going to get to that back office in a second. I'm going to get back up here first. Hang on a second. Zoom. Let's go back here. Can you guys see me?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to make sure. Sometimes with Zoom, I use it a lot, but I think to myself, sometimes I might be a little off. So going back to, I want to get to where it's just looking at me. Hang on. Can you see me talking when I'm talking right now? Can you see my face, or you still might see my screen?
I see your screen and just a little of you, not the big thing of you.
Okay.
Or we can see your computer screen. It's
computer screen. Yeah. Okay. So here's what I want to tell you. So we'll just go back and I'll open that back up again since I'm on that step. So number 1 was place the appropriate size order. Now, and in addition to that, get on your 60 CV auto ship. Number 2 is know your domain name, your URL, which you're not going to Google. You're going to go to the very top and erase it. And then also know how to log into your back office. Most people don't know how to do those 2 steps, okay? And so when I come in here, I can literally click on my members only. Let's go to JCloud under members only. Do you guys see that? So we're clicking on JCloud in my back office now. This is bare bones. You guys are seeing it all. When I'm back here in members only, I can click on North America. Now there's going to be so much great stuff in here, but first thing I want to tell you is number 3 on your Build Your Business Top 10 checklist is I can go all the way over here to J Tools and click on virtual training to do my, basically what I'm doing is I'm doing my compliance training. If you are on this webinar and you have not gone to J Tools and clicked on virtual training and done your compliance training, you cannot earn any commissions yet. So you have to do that ASAP. Like as soon as this thing is all over, get on there and do your virtual training. Do you see that? Click on that. I've done mine, so I can't take you through it. But when you click on it, it'll automatically come up, whatever needs to be done. And in order for you to reap the benefits and the monetary side of Jeunesse, you've got to have completed that. Okay, so that's number 3 on your Build Your Best. Number 4 on your checklist is your J Office. So we're in here, we're under J Office, we're clicking on J Cloud. We clicked on members only, the J Cloud. And when we're in here, now we're in here, we're gonna click on North America or whatever country you guys are in. And when I click on North America, what is great about this is obviously it comes in different languages. So if you need a different language, you totally can use that. The next thing is the Empower system. This is a great tool with all of the documents that are in our J kit, that beautiful blue box. They're all on there basically virtually. So if someone doesn't get the kit, they can still go through that kit by going to the Empower system. But let's go to something that you guys maybe have never gone to before. Let's go to Education Calendar. I think this is so darn powerful. Under Education Calendar, there literally is a webinar for everything. Do you want to learn how to grow your business? Do you want a new distributor orientation? I was on that one. Unleash your potential. This is a great one to get on, right? Let's see. All these are become a product pro. That's, these are amazing things. When I click on it, let me just click on it for a second to show you guys what comes up. I think this is with Dr. Nathan Newman. Yep. Look, feel, and live young.
Good evening and welcome to our Become a Product Pro session for this week for our education series.
The point is we have the best of the best educating us, but if we are not using these resources, it's almost like, here's how it is when you're an entrepreneur. You can't wait for someone to spoon feed you. You have got to go in this back office and monkey around. I call it monkey around because really at first you kind of feel like a monkey. You're like, I don't know, what am I supposed to click on here? And that's kind of how I trained and taught myself. And eventually I plugged into these weekly webinars that they have going on, which are so powerful. And it's just a great way basically to kind of be able to look and learn about like your business and the products and the opportunity and the promotions. If you don't know about the promotions, my goodness, you need to be on here just for the promotions alone. So when I click on here, all of this, whoopsie, oh, where'd it go? All this different stuff is available for you guys to go look at any time. Okay, so you can say, I have a free hour tonight. I want to learn about how to build my business. You literally can go under here and watch this stuff, and it's going to help you to understand how to grow. Okay, that's number 4. So you can learn about products, leadership. Okay, another thing that you want to do is if you are just getting started and you want to make money, and when you signed up, let's say that you didn't fill out that checking account part, it asked you when you enrolled as a Jeunesse distributor, you have to go into your wallet and you have to sign up for your J wallet. Okay. You guys, once again, write down your usernames and your passwords when you're doing this stuff, because if you call me, I can't help you. I don't remember, and I can't even call corporate for you because they ask for a social security number, they ask for a birthday, they ask for mailing addresses, and I don't know that on all you guys. So you really have to be kind of in the game. So wallet login is where you would set up your way to get paid. Now, if you haven't earned any money, don't worry about it. But if you have earned some money because you have sponsored somebody, you just never received it, then you need to go to wallet login and line that up. Okay, that's very important for you to do. Okay, number 5. Let's go back to our Zoom so you guys can see me again here. I'm sharing my screen, back to meeting. Gosh, I don't know what I need to do to get back so that you guys can see me, so I can see all of them. Check for updates. Let me see here, back to meeting. See if we go there, if that works. So the bottom line is build a list of names is number 5. Now, my list of names is constant. I'm going to tell you, I'm constantly building a list of names. It never stops, you guys. And how am I doing that? Let me show you. So when I go to Chrome, which one is Chrome? This one? This one. When I go to Chrome, Oh, that's not it. That's Aces. They look the same, kind of. Okay, so when I go to Chrome, I'm in here. I literally have new stuff happening all the time on my page. And part of it is what I do is I always do the Facebook Lives of me making a Zen shake, drinking a Nevo, putting envy on my face. Today I was talking about the word of the Lord because God was just prompting me. But what I was doing is, let me pull down here, like literally my Facebook Live wasn't working, but I got that figured out. But what I did is I literally sprayed my face, and this was a minute 45 seconds long in my bathroom. 60 seconds, I sprayed my face. So what's that? Disney, get that out there. So what I did is I sprayed my face, and every time I spray, right after I did this, you guys, I got 2 new customers. Immediately after I did my Facebook Live. Some of you are like, well, I tried it once and it didn't work. How many times have you guys seen me putting on my envy?
A lot.
Probably way too many. Let's just be honest. But you know what? It never fails. Every time I do it, 1 to 3 new customers. So for me, am I going to stop doing that? No, I'm not going to stop doing it. I'm going to keep doing it. And I'm going to find fun ways to do it. Today was like, I'm going to do it in 60 seconds because my Facebook is going to die. You know, like sometimes I'm spraying other people's faces on my Facebook Live, right? If people are sick of seeing your face, go spray your mother-in-law, go spray your neighbor. Say, hey, I just need a video here real quick because I got to put this out there. That is how you attract customers. And so I feel like my funnel is never, ever ending. Like with the Facebook customers, people are talking about it. So this gal, she's on our team already, Charlene. Okay, I gotta obviously call her because she doesn't know how to go order. So I gotta tell her what to click on, this woman. See how I can reply right now. Charlene, are you a distributor? I can't remember if this woman is. If you are, go to your website. See what I'm doing here? And click on promos. If not, go to my website. See how crazy this is, guys? Welcome to my world. So all day long, we could just sit on Facebook and get customers. I got more important things to do, like train my team. But the bottom line is I hadn't typed this yet. Click on promos and scroll down. Okay? And how do I know that stuff that I'm telling this woman? I've done it 800 times. I could do it with my eyes closed and my ears shut. I know how to enroll somebody. When people say, how do you know how to do that? Do you know how many times I went to my own website and enrolled my dog? Like, just go there and enroll somebody. Pretend. Obviously, you don't put any credit card information in, right? It doesn't charge you until you're at the very end and you have to hit the buy button at the very, very end. But up until then, you better know how to talk through your websites. Because if you don't, who's going to know how to do it? It's your website, right? So number 5 is build a list of names. And some people might have said, well, I have exhausted my names on social media. Hey, listen, yesterday, I actually signed up, just this morning, someone signed up in my business that I've been working on for 4 years. Wow. She's this little Vietnamese lady that just a rockin' girl, like just a money maker, mover and a shaker. She actually came to a Zen when Jeunesse first bought us 2 years ago. She came to an event with Stephen Jones and she didn't sign up. It was incredible to me. She left and she never bought a thing and she never signed up. But guess what happened? 3 days ago, I was getting my nails done, which now is a tax deduction for me because I have a business builder that owns the place. Anyway, I went in there and I was talking to her about envy. And she goes, oh, come tomorrow and spray me. I'm like, okay. Went the next day, sprayed her. She goes, oh, my sister owns a salon. My brother owns a salon. My sister would love this because she's got big black marks on her face because she had sun damage and now she puts a big mask on her face when she goes out of the house. She said, I'm going to talk to my sister. She said, you don't talk to my sister. I'm going to talk to my sister. I said, okay, already she's understanding network marketing. Well, this morning I just saw that she went in my business. 4 years. This woman, I've been working on her and has not gotten in my business. Just got in the business this morning. Why? Because I sprayed her arm 2 days ago. I went to spray her face and her face was done. So I sprayed her arm and she's like, I love it. I love it. Can I buy it from you? I'm like, I don't have a warehouse full of this stuff. She's like, how do I get it? I said, go to my website. And so you know what I did? I didn't tell her just to go to my website. I said, her name is T. I said, T, I'm going to send you a video from my J mobile app. I'm going to send it to you so that you click on the exact link because then we're on the same team, girl. She goes, okay, do it. So there was no room for error. You guys know this, right? So let's go back to Zoom again here. I want it to go back to me. Who knows how to get it back to me? So you can see my face. Add a person on my profile. I don't want to do any of that. I don't want to do any of that. I want to go back to Renita. Meetings, chats, maybe it's chats. The bottom line is like when you are out there sharing it, the app is so huge. Because now in the new, and we're going to learn about this, Sherry, but in the app, they've made a new thing so that we can put all of our contacts and our potential customers, we can add them in there. And if you didn't watch the video where Kelvin Becerra, I shared it on Team Jeunesse Brannan just yesterday, where they talk about the updates and the upgrades, how we can do that, you guys totally need to go watch that. When you go to Jeunesse Team Brannan, I don't send out emails. My primary source of communication is going to be one of two things. Jeunesse Team Brannan, number one, or now the YouTube channel, which like this video will be on the YouTube channel. So when I'm here, this stuff is for real. Like all of this stuff is for real. Like it's like, if you're not coming here to learn, I'm not sure how you're learning. Okay. So right. I just showed this today. I mean, it's like anything. How many of you went to college? Did you show up at class? Right? And how many of us went to college for 4 years, 6 years, 7 years, paid tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars to earn your first dollar, right? I'm not asking that you sit in a classroom for 4 years. I'm like, can you just check the Facebook page once a day? You know what I mean? Can you just get on a webinar on Tuesday nights, once a week? If you want to learn about the product, can you get on a webinar on Monday nights? You know, can you spend 3 hours a week growing yourself so you can grow your business? And if you can't, this is probably the wrong business for you. I'm just telling you the truth. Like I've realized with network marketing, the reason people have such great success is it's so easy. But the reason people have such great failure is because it's so easy. Right? Right? It's so easy to do it. So anybody can do it. My mom can build a business, you know, making $40,000 a year. Like, you know, my mom, like she's 70. But the reason people don't do it is because it's so easy. They think to themselves, well, is that really it? I don't got to spend $100,000 to get started like a franchise. I just got to get on these weekly webinars and learn a little bit and talk to people. You know, this is a numbers game. The more people you talk to, the more likely you are going to have success. I think some people wait until they learn it all before they do anything. And I'm telling you what, overanalysis leads directly to paralysis. Like if you are waiting to be perfect, you will never have success with this business. There is no such thing as perfection. I get it wrong every single day, but my wrongs then make it right. And just like I told you about Kim, she got that wrong. She said to me, I will never make that mistake again. I said, you never lose in network marketing. You either win or you learn. I said, you learned, you know, you lost a couple $100. I said, did you learn? She's like, I got it. I was like, you know what I mean? So you just kind of got to go with it. So be plugging in on here. Be looking to what we have going on. The new Zen Transform package. I mean, $120 bonus, you guys. If you get 5 of these in a month, how much money is that? Yeah. And that's $600 in a month. You know what I mean? Do you have 5 overweight friends that are just praying for an opportunity to finally take it off permanently? Go talk to them. You don't even have to look perfect or be perfect to get it done. You know, the biggest person I can tell you, and Mark talked about it a couple weeks ago, there's this crazy broad, her name is Ashley Black. Do you know who that is? Yeah. I'm going to show you her. Now, this woman is still overweight, okay? They photoshopped all of her pictures. All these are all photoshopped of her. I'm just telling you the truth here, because the bottom line is I saw a video of her today. And basically, where's it at? It was something that she paid for. And as she sat there telling you how to get rid of the cellulite, I looked at the video. I took a screenshot of it with my phone. The woman's legs were full of cellulite as she was filming the Facebook Live. I'm like, what the heck is going on? This woman was featured on Good Morning America. Look at these likes on this. Do you know how many of these fascia blasters she sold? And maybe they do work for deep tissue release, but herself, her legs are loaded with cellulite, okay? But her primary mission in life is to help women get rid of their cellulite. This woman has made over $1 million talking about how to get rid of cellulite, and hers is not gone yet. Do you guys see what I'm saying? I'm like, we got to get after it. Like, we're waiting for like perfection, and it's perfection is so fleeting, isn't it, you guys? So let's go back to Jeunesse Team Brannan. I just wanted to point that out because I just saw this crazy Facebook Live she did today, and I'm like, what the heck, Ashley Black? Your legs are loaded with cellulite. Nothing against that. I mean, whatever. But she sells a product that's supposed to get rid of that. And not only does she sell it, she's been featured on every morning show in the country. You know what I mean? So isn't that incredible? That should give you some hope if you're wondering. And our first couple of videos were black. I couldn't even see them, and they already had 1,000,000 views. I was like, what's going on? So I'm back to Jeunesse Team Brannan. Look at what Scott did earlier for me. Thank you, Scott. He went on here, and he basically put this out here where it says, hey, world changers, if you haven't seen our new top 10 checklist, Scott did this. So you can email this out. You can text this out. Let's go there. So you're like, what is this? Well, when you sponsor someone brand new to the business, this is the thing that we're going through right now. As you can see, it's not taking as long as we're taking. It's 2 minutes for step 1. It's 2:24 for step 2. It's 2:08 for step 3. Look at this, guys. People could literally sit down, and if they have 5 minutes, you know what I mean? They literally could learn to grow their business. This is the 10 steps we're talking about right now, just broken down into just a couple minutes. See what we did? So that playlist is what every brand new distributor should get on your team, especially because they're not going to know they're not going to know their domain name. Right? You need to tell them. So build a list of names. The name list is never ending for me. I'll just tell you the truth. It never, ever, ever stops. So with me, the name list is literally all day, every day. I'm getting contacts. Somebody stopped at my house the other day with my brother. We've been touching base ever since. He's like, how do I get started on your weight loss? I didn't know that guy on Thursday. Friday, he showed up with my brother. Now he's getting in my business. Every day is an opportunity to build contacts. What I've realized, if you're staying at home hiding, looking at your back office, you're not growing your business. You got to get in the field. And that's, I'm going to tell you, my strength is my weakness. I'm sorry I haven't done one of these sooner, but my strength is my weakness, right? I just love to go out and sponsor people. I just enroll them. But the bottom line is I got to slow down enough to teach you guys how to go do the same thing, because it's not that hard. We overanalyze it, and pretty soon we're not doing anything to share our opportunity. I mean, I'm out shopping at TJ Maxx, talking to the best customer service professional in the store, getting her contact information, sending her a J-Mobile video 1 hour ago. That's what I was doing. You know what I mean? That's just how I roll. Every place I go, your first step is compliment people. If you want contacts, start catching people doing things right and compliment them. Most people in the world today, and we can sincerely compliment most people, guys. Trust me. Everybody deserves a compliment. Find something nice to say about somebody, right? I like a compliment. I don't know about you, but I like a compliment, right? It's good for the soul. And as soon as you compliment somebody, guess what it does? It softens their heart to be able to hear what you have to say. So if you're just hard charging in there with your business, they don't give a rip. Like that old saying goes, no one cares how much you know until they know how much you care, right? That's true. You gotta use that. So number 6 is contact 1 to 3 a day. You know how I'm doing that? I'm using my J-Mobile app. Now let me go back here for a second, back into my back office, because when I click on JCloud, let's go back here. I showed you guys the education calendar, which I hope you guys watch some of that stuff. But when I go under here, I can literally go onto a JCloud tutorial. You're like, Renita, you're talking so fast, I don't know how to do any of this stuff. I could literally click on the JCloud tutorial, and it's gonna pull up something like a presentation of how to use my JCloud. Like they're like, I don't know how to use it, right? And it might take a while to upload because some of these files are larger, but once they're uploaded, look at how it talks about it. JCloud can be accessed through your J Office, your J Drive, which is in your kit, that little tiny USB that comes in your kit, or your J Mobile app. Literally, look at this. It walks you through how to utilize your J-Mobile. Look at this. I mean, have you guys seen this? Have any of you looked at this yet? I mean, I hadn't, I'll be honest with you. I kind of was trial and error for me to get through my J-Mobile. But this is, and Kasaya J does that free training every Saturday at noon. She's doing a free training about social media and how to kind of get in the game there. This document literally is in your back office. Again, I'm going to Jeunesse. That was under JCloud recognition program, programs and promotions. I love the print. Have you guys gone to the print?
Yes.
I go to my iPhone and I pull up the print on the product sheets and I take screenshots of it and I send it to people. Watch this. You're like, I don't really know anything about the Definity. How do I know about the Definity? Bam. Pull this bad boy up and take a screenshot of it and text it to every plastic surgeon you know. They all care about anti-aging, right? Boom, just like that. Isn't that gorgeous? You can print that out. Now these you can buy in your back office under marketing when you hit the word shop at the top. But if you just want to print one, because you're going somewhere today, print that bad boy out. This stuff is so incredibly easy. They have a product sheet for everything. I don't know about the mind, but I have somebody that is really forgetful. and I think they might utilize it. Well, I'm going to get them this document right here because it says that it's going to help me to remember names and remember facts and remember words and think clearly. Boy, these are sounds like some things that I could use, right? Print it out and hand it to somebody with a sample of mine. This business is so incredibly easy. That's the problem. It's so easy. You know what I mean? So it's like we try to make it so complicated. I'm like, are you handing out these things with samples? You know, if you're handing out samples, you're probably signing up at least customers, which you're probably making $500 to $1,000 a month with that, which is an extra $12,000 a year, which is probably going to come in handy. You know what I mean? So there you go. All this stuff is in there. What's in the reserve? I don't know how to talk about the reserve. I wish I did. I can't remember the fruits that are in there. Gosh, what are they again? Is it the acai berry? What's in there? You know, just print this bad boy out and say, look at these antioxidants. Look what this thing is. Boom. You know, I don't even know what a Hellel certified is, but gosh, it's got to be good. They put it on there. See what I'm saying? Look, here's what's in there. Oh, look at, I found it. Good job. Acai and blueberry and dark cherry. Hey, dark sweet cherry juice. Look at this stuff. Resveratrol. That's called the fountain of youth, 60 Minutes said, right? Print that out and hand that to somebody. Have you guys ever seen these before is my question. I've been talking to leaders and they don't know this exists. And it's scaring me. I'm like, they got to know, because if you can't know, then how are you leading your team? Okay. So this again is under product sheets. Okay. This was under here. This is the whole J kit virtually. If you don't have the blue box, you can get it right here. I love this one. Print this out and give this quick start executive launch guide to everybody you know. Hey, let's go through it right now. Let's go through it right now, guys, right? How do I move this bar up? Get this sucker up. Get out of my way, baby. The quick start. Know your why. What motivates you, right? What motivates you? And so I'm going to tell you let's see if I have this on my sheet here. This would be an example of just stuff that is a number 4 that you guys can go through. So I'm kind of freezing at number 4 for a second, but know your why. You know, when Stacy Narlock says, I am 20 weeks pregnant, I want to get this thing moving so I don't have to go back to work after my baby is born. Okay. Is that a good why? Do you guys think that's a good why? Yes. If you don't become concrete with your why, it's going to be difficult for you to really move forward, right? If your only why is like, yeah, I just want to stay healthy. I mean, that's a good why, but it's not a good enough why to grow a business. Just be honest with you. You got to I have a health why, and then I have a financial why. Can you guys think of a health why that you guys have to do this? And then a financial why? I want both. You know what I mean? If I make more money, I can help more people. That's it, man. Let's go. It's game time. Number 2, understand your goals. How many hours a week do you want to commit to? This is a business where, like my cousin Delaney said it best, he said, this business is so easy because it's up to me. If I just go out and do the work, I sign up the people. I'm like, exactly. And he goes, I love this business. You know what I mean? But if someone introduced this to you as a get rich quick thing, maybe that's why you're not earning any income. This is the business where you're rewarded. It's the biblical law of sowing and reaping. And if you sow, you will reap a harvest. It's just unstoppable and undeniable. And it might not come today. It might come 4 years later, like me today, right? With T. 4 years I worked on this woman. My cousin Delaney and his wife Kristen that just got in that are going to go diamond in Minneapolis. 10 years I've been working on him. 10. 10. Okay. So when people say, yeah, I talked to somebody and they said no, I'm like, you got to get your skin a little tougher here. Let's go. You know what I mean? Talk to them again. Maybe the timing wasn't right. Maybe the product wasn't right. Hey, some of you guys are one product away. Look at T. She didn't give a rip about Zen because, you know, Asians are naturally pretty skinny and she didn't care about anything else. But I sprayed her arm with that envy and she was in. You know, you don't know what the next product is going to be with Jeunesse. Maybe it's a regrow your hair on your head and you're going to go talk to every bald person you know. I don't know. But you know what? One product might not motivate the person now, but you know what? 2 months down the road, maybe something changes in their life and it does. So how much money do you really want to earn per month? You better quantify that, because if it's loose, if you're like, I'm just going to make whatever I can, you're not going to hit any goals. It's like saying, well, I hope I lose some weight in the next 8 weeks. I'm like, put some goal down for your body fat or your inches or your amount of water. Put some quantifiable things down that we can actually calculate, right? Because then you feel like you're having victory. You know, maybe I want to lose a foot of fat in the next 8 weeks or whatever. Set some goals for yourself, right? And so obviously the time frame is important. Create your list. There's a downloadable app. That's where adding those people to your app, you can literally take them from your contact list on your phone right over to be one of your basically prospects, people that you're dealing with your business, right? Successful people you respect. I hope you guys are getting out of the house. Get involved with Bible study. I had one gal that I said, get a gym membership. She said, well, I already do All Strong Moms. And I said, that's awesome, but part of me thinks you need to make some friends. Go join a group fitness class just to talk to people. Write it off as a business expense because you don't have any friends right now. You know what I mean? And you want to, not that she doesn't have any friends, but she moved, and the location that she's at, she doesn't know anybody. I'm like, so go join a group. If you go to the co-op, do you guys have co-ops in your town, or even the Whole Foods? They literally have a bulletin board full of the amazing things happening in the community. Like, go show up at one of those things and make some friends, right? So best 10, there's your contact list. Number 4, contact and invite them. Maybe you're doing a one-on-one. Maybe you're doing a small group presentation. Maybe you're doing an online webinar. Maybe you're doing a Zoom meeting, right? Zoom meetings are so easy. Number 5, share the Jeunesse opportunity and tools. I always send out the videos from the J Mobile app. I love it, right? I love that I can send those out. I love that I can hand them the beautifully done marketing material. Again, if you're not doing the marketing material, you're missing out. It's $2 a magazine. It costs me $2 to run off 2 sheets of color that look like complete hell. Or I can buy magazines for $2.20 a piece with 80 full color pages. I'm gonna opt for option B. It looks classier. I don't know. What do you guys think? Number 6, follow up. The fortune's in the follow through, right? 7, enroll others. So this kind of gets repeat and teach these steps. So this is kind of what your business looks like. I love this little sheet. These 2 people over here are your retail customer or your preferred customer. This person right here is your distributor. You're building your team, one on the left, one on the right, so you can become an executive. These are people that you are sharing this opportunity with. You know what I mean? I love it when people say to me, I got a brand new opportunity. I've had 33 people contact me about Hilo. This is not a new opportunity. Like, my goodness gracious, like, give me a break. How many people have I had inbox me about Rhoda and Fields? This is not a new opportunity. There's only 8,000 reps in Bismarck alone. In North Dakota, we only have 5 people spraying faces in the whole state. That's an opportunity, my friends. That's an opportunity. See what I'm saying? So we got to get those right. So number 6 is contact 1 to 3 a day. Send out 2 videos a day. Now, do you guys know how to do that? Can you guys all pull out your iPhones right now? Gosh, I got to get this back to my face. I got to figure out how to do it. Is it pause share? Let me see. Can you see me, guys, now?
Yeah.
Can you see my face?
Not right now, I can't.
I'm trying to get it back so you can see me. God dang
I can
it,
see you
man.
just in the little square, Renita.
Yeah, I'd like it to be big so I can pull up my phone and show you on my phone, because some of you might not know how to use your J Mobile app. Let me see. Your desktop is stop share. I don't want to stop. I just paused it. Get back to my face, you little cutie.
That's what I say too.
Come on, how do I get back there? Where's Steph Sandstrom when we need her?
Right.
Steph, are you there? I wish she'd be on here. She was thinking about getting on hide, video panel, disable participants. Is it one of these? Gosh, what is it? You sucker. Okay, anyway, here's what I want you guys all to do. Rocco, can I have my phone? Thanks. So pull out your iPhones. Now, some of you haven't downloaded your J Mobile app, and if you haven't done that, you got to go to the App Store and you got to get J Mobile. It stands for Jeunesse Mobile. So you got to go there and you got to get that first. If you have not downloaded it, make sure you do that. Right now, we're going to take the leap of faith and we're all going to send out a video. If you've currently downloaded it, you're going to send out a video. If you haven't downloaded the J Mobile app, do it right now. This is your sweet spot time. The rest of us, let's go to our J Mobile app just real quick. So if you've not done, has anybody that's watching never not sent out a video? Anybody? Maybe I go back to this thing. No. So if you haven't sent out a video, you all have, huh? So let's just send out another video right now. Let's go to video campaign. And let's send one of these bad boys out. Think about somebody you know. And for me, I don't send out a Zen video for someone who's interested in skincare, right? You kind of got to think about who you're sending to. And that's when you send the video. And so that's the video that you send, right? Maybe they want to look younger. Maybe they say, gosh, I've been waiting for an opportunity. I just want to make money. I just don't know what to do. I'm going to have to go back to college. I just talked to a gal. She's going back to college. She's like 55. I'm like, geez, I don't know if I'd go back to college right now to spend $10,000 to get a $3,000 a year raise. I don't know. That just doesn't sound that much fun to me, And so tell them about this. Tell them about this plan B. Show it to them. You know what I mean? And so let's all send out a video right now. Let's send out an Envy video or a Zen video to somebody that you've been discussing and saying, you know what? I just was thinking about you. And I just want to share this with you. And maybe it's one of the Building Generation Young, or I love see how the Jeunesse Youth Enhancement system works. In fact, I'm going to do it right now. I'm clicking on it and I'm sending that video to T, the gal that I signed up, because I haven't showed her about the J Mobile app yet, how to use it. So I'm saying to T, check out all of these amazing anti-aging products. That's what I'm saying to T right now. I'll never ask you guys to do something that I'm unwilling to do myself. Know that I am in the field plowing with you.
And you're a great plower, Renita.
No, I plow a lot and I'm slowing down on my plowing. My goal every month to sponsor people is 20, and this month I only sponsored 10. Why? Because I'm slowing down on the plowing and I'm getting to the training, because I need you guys to get out and plow so all of you can make money. That's what I need. And not only make money, help more people. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, why? If this is going to grow in the US, there's no one here right now currently doing it. So did you all send out your J Mobile so we can move on from that one? I hope you did it, because I like to be actively making money and utilizing our tools while we're sitting here. So number 7 is utilize Facebook, right? So let's go back to Facebook for a second, because my computer is so friendly with me. Facebook. I'm going to go back here to where I was at. And so on my Facebook stuff, I got a lot of things always going on, right? And so my rule of thumb is every 3rd or 4th post, talk about your business. Monica Hannon, the gal that wrote the book with me from Nice and Fat, she just hired a publicist. And the publicist told her every 3rd or 4th post, you promote whatever it is that you're sharing or selling. Every 3rd or 4th post. So I don't go on there and sell. I know some of you post and then you put your link in the comments. I would recommend just not doing that. I'm just going to tell you, just give people content 1, 2, or 3 times. Maybe it's scripture. Let's go to what things I'm talking about here. Let's see what I'm doing. See if I'm following my own rule I just told you. Okay? I like to see. Okay, this is really it. I mean, I really wasn't selling anything here. I was talking about the Lord. I maybe mentioned the All Strong Moms 100-Day Challenge, but, you know, it wasn't a hard sell. It was basically talking to people about, like, is your net ready, you know? And if it's not, then why are you praying for the 8,000 fish when we can't handle the 2, right? And so then that one before that was an accident. You guys saw the accident. And then the one underneath that was Sherry McCants had tagged me in something that was Jeunesse. And here, I'm selling. This is a cold, hard sell. See what I'm doing on here? Selling. I want people to buy Envy. And guess what happened? 2 people bought because I went out and sold. But let's see what I talked about before that. Okay, let's just keep going back on my post before that was increase is the Lord's nature, multiplication. I love God. So I talked about that. That was another one that was really about God, right? This one was just kind of educating. I wasn't selling on it. I watched that Fed Up video, even though I had saw it a long time ago. I watched it again, and I took screenshots of that on my iPhone because I watched the video on my iPhone, and I thought, this is profound. But I don't even need to tell people about Zen Project 8 yet. Let's let this sink in for a while, right? Let this sink in that this is a problem right now. Come on, right? Don't have to go sell it right away. I don't have to say, I got the solution, sign up here. I just wanted them to become aware. Sometimes you're just educating, right? Scott tagged me in something last night. Okay. Thanks for sharing. People are talking about Fed Up. I'm seeing if I can get my 3 rule down. Okay. That was church last night. That was Rocco at iFly, because I just thought it was like, Rocco, come here, see this picture of you at iFly. Look at this good picture of you. He hasn't seen this yet. Look how good you look. Look at you flying in the air. This is Christine Kane. How much do I love her? That's going to be our Propel Women Bible study that we're starting. This was Sky Zone. Okay. Someone tagged me in kimchi from scratch. Well, you look at my Facebook page, you really know them about health, because it seems like that. Here I could have sold. I did sell. I talked about allstrongmoms.com. So I sold. That was maybe once every 5th, right? Because I have this promotion going on. And for those of you that joined allstrongmoms.com, I'm going to tell you what, those videos that I do, I talk about PFC every 3 and Zen Project 8, and I say, go talk to somebody that told you to join this. Because I know someone like Sherry McCants is going to sign up for Zen. So I don't say, go sign up with me. I say, I bet you know somebody that's doing Zen Project 8. And I bet they introduced you to All Strong Moms. Go talk to them. They want to help you. That's my pitch in All Strong Moms. There's Nicole Elliott. I did a little photo shoot. Do you see how I'm like just kind of posting about my life? This one, was I hard selling? Not really hard selling. I was just like, this is when I was going to talk to T with my franchise kit in my hand. See this? There, I'm celebrating somebody. So do you see how my Facebook, I don't go out and, there's my food. I don't go out and hard sell every single post. If you do that, people are going to block you or unfriend you or unfollow you. They don't want to hear about your business. Look at this one. That was a good post, right? Showing this thing, right? Look at this. This is Jerry, my Uncle Jerry. He's 93, but he told me he's taking probiotic. I'm happy for him. Okay, so anyway, this is what's on my feed. What's on your feed? You know what I mean? When I look at you, do you just go sell? Well, people are nauseated by you then, right? Or do you not ever talk about it? I have some people that say they never talk about it. Now, this is my largest business page. I'm going to talk about it here. I got a captive audience. I got like almost 4,000 followers in addition to my 5,000 friends. This is a captive audience. A lot of those people, I don't know who those people are. You know, Sherry McCants, I'm having to unfriend people so I can friend my team. Like, right? This is what's going on. But if I go to something else, like I go to All Strong Moms is another avenue for me. I don't hard sell Zen on there. I created it as a ministry. You know what I mean? If I go to Renita Brannan, that's another page I have. That's just a business page for me. Okay. I don't have nearly as many people because I haven't promoted that as much, but let's just go there. So you guys can see it. Here I am, Renita Brannan, 1860 on that one. This is where my Mexican video went viral and has 550,000 views on it, was on this page. But I don't have 550,000 followers, but so we got some people following this page. Let me minimize the screen a little bit here. But what do I talk about on here? You know what I mean? This is where I could go out and I could literally hard sell my business every time I wanted to. You know what I mean? So some people only share their business back here on these back behind the scene things. I don't do that. I share my business where I'm going to get the most looks. I want people to know that I'm in Jeunesse. Do you know why? I'm rooted. I'm a oak tree, not a tumbleweed. I'm okay with talking. Now, some people I think are scared to talk about that they're doing Jeunesse on their main page because maybe next month they're going to do something else. That's not me. I'm an oak tree. Decide, are you an oak tree or are you a tumbleweed? I'm an oak tree. And so for me, it's like I'm confident that I can talk about Jeunesse because I'm confident I'm going to be doing it from 6 months from now because I've committed. You know what I mean? So talk about what you're doing. Spray your face on Facebook Live. Blend up a Zen shake. Put your Zen Fit in your water right after your workout and the sweat's running down your face. Do something. Do anything. You'll get customers because everybody's looking for something, okay? So Facebook, you need to add people to Zen Project 8. Zen Project 8. So right here, for a long time, I didn't think I was that good at social media. Now I realize I'm excellent at it and I'm going to get better yet. But when I go to Zen Project 8, I click on that. And this is the behind the scenes group that everybody should join, especially if they are what? If they're doing the Zen Project 8. This is like their resource, and I make sure everybody reads the April 8th pin post from Mark McDonald where we can see all of this. So if you have a new customer, every one of those, here's what I got to tell you. People want to be seen and noticed. Can you just do it? Can you go on social media and say, congrats to Sherry McCann. She just joined Zen Project 8. Everybody give her a warm welcome. Come on. Maybe that's the only time this person this week has been celebrated. So welcome them on the page. Yep, tomorrow Brock was asking me if we can go shopping for his birthday. That's tomorrow. I went to Target already. He's so cute, this kid. You can't imagine. He's going to turn 9. His last year is single digits. Okay, so underneath here on Zen Project 8, let's also go to, now I add everybody to Zen Project 8, and guess what I do? I welcome them. Why? Because people want to be noticed. And it's great for them to be heard and seen that they're on there. And then we got to go to Zen Project 8. We got to go just to the Facebook page, this one right here, right? Where it has how many members? I don't know. Let's find out. This is the one where we get to come here, 8,700 members, almost 8,800 members. This is the one where the Facebook Lives every Monday night for the product and the training are happening. Now, are your people plugged into that? Do they even know that there's a training? I'm like, I want people to go on this to learn from Mark McDonald, the guy that charges $15,000 for a presentation for an hour. I want them to go to listen to him. Do you guys want them to? That sounds like a good idea. He's the world-renowned dude. Like, don't even listen to me, listen to Mark McDonald. Just go listen to what he's got to say. I like to take myself out of the equation because when I've taken myself out of the equation, I've sponsored more people. You know why? Because people realize that they don't need to be a fitness pro to do this. They can just know where the resources are and plug their people in here. So make sure all of your people are on that. And then, of course, make sure they like the Jeunesse headquarter Facebook page. And trust me, we are working diligently with Jeunesse Global to get things tighter for the U.S. We are the hands and feet for you guys. Scott and I, we're going to have a team training with Brent Webb. We'll do that sometime in the near future. But the bottom line is like we're out there fighting the good fight of faith every single day to say, hey, we need this to be tightened down. Hey, get this. Hey, get that. But this Jeunesse, I like this. This is a good thing on Facebook, Jeunesse HQ, like that. And then, of course, Jeunesse Team Brannan. Now, here's the thing. If some of your people that are on your team are not my Facebook friends, I can't add them to Jeunesse Team Brannan. Do you guys know that? Mm-hmm. So the thing that you could do, though, is you can add them. Praise the Lord, right? So when I go to Jeunesse Team Brannan, I can click on this, and let's say that your friend is not a friend of mine, but you could just literally go into this thing right here, right? Let's say that you wanna add somebody to the group. There's 13 people waiting to join. Let's see who they are. Let's see if it's anybody we need to add right now. Let me see. Anybody brand new that we need to add? Some people
Renita, we can't see this part.
You can't?
Uh-uh.
You can't see anything?
I can only see your head.
Can you see this?
Oh, now I can.
I've been showing you guys the Facebook the whole time and you haven't been able to see it. Thanks for telling me. Okay, Sherry, here it is. So this is right here. This is right here. And the bottom line is I can look at these people like you just added by Sherry McCants. I have to approve this trend. I have to approve this person. Okay, this guy, he lives in Malaysia. I don't know who he is. He's a member of the Goji Berry Club, but he's not any friends of mine, so I'm not going to add him right now. See what I'm saying? Sometimes he's the group team leader of future group of companies. Who's that? Decline. You know what I mean? I don't know who these people are. Decline. So only if they're attached. If I see friend of Sherry McCants, hey, it lets me know that that's a safe person to add. You guys see how this goes? So you guys can literally go on these Facebook pages, and let's say that you want to add friends. Sherry, you just added your friends. How did you do it? Jeunesse Team Brannan. Let's go back to here.
I just went to add members, and I put my friend in there, and then you have to add it. You have to, okay.
Yep, I'll accept it. So if you put your people on there, I'll add it. Where's add members? Let's see here. Let's see more events.
I just did another one.
There. You're doing it on your, you're doing it on Facebook, on your phone. Yeah.
I'm on my phone, and I added it on from my computer.
Yep.
I'm on my phone with you.
Okay, so there you go. So the bottom line is like, where are you seeing add members, add locations?
Oh,
right here.
right.
Right here. Add members. So
Yeah.
you could type in the name of the person that you want to add and put it, and then you submit it, and then I'll accept it as soon as you put that person on there. Okay, you guys got that? So I'm sorry you didn't see the last thing, but I just went to Zen Project 8 with, the one that has 20,000 members with all capital letters. There's two ones that you need to welcome people to. Zen Project 8, this one right here. And you have to, what happens is, so I go in here, it's kind of a process, let's be honest, right? So I go in here and then I add a member. Sherry, do you have to add any members?
To Zen Project 8?
Yeah. I'm going to add, you know who I'm going to add? I'm going to add Sheila. I'm going to add Sheila to this. She's an all-strong mom. She buys Zen products sometimes, but she's never been added. So now I say, I would go on here typically and say, please welcome Sheila Maggie Nord to Zen Project 8. I do it, but what you have to do is you have to wait till that person gets accepted. Sometimes it takes an hour, sometimes it takes 3. I'm not an admin for this page. So
You
but
should be.
I know, I told Mark to open it up to me, but they were so tight when that other gal was going, but they fired her, so she's done now. I'm glad. She was holding us back. I'm like, I couldn't say anything about this person lost this much weight. They're like, oh, now we can't share it. I'm like, come on, are you kidding me? This is real life stuff happening. Anyway, so, and the other one that all of your people need to be a member of is the Zen Project 8, which they don't have to be, they just like the page. And then they can watch the Facebook Lives every Monday night. You guys got this? Okay, all the Facebook Lives every Monday. So you got to get your team plugged into what's going on social media. That is number 7, utilize the Facebook groups on social media. Zen Project 8 live trainings every Monday night with Mark. Jeunesse corporate trainings every Tuesday night. Okay. Again, when I go back to my, let me go back here. I'll pull this bad boy down. When I go back to my Jeunesse thing, have you guys ever looked at your mailbox? Look at when I click on my mailbox. Now, I usually look at my mailbox in my J Mobile app. In your J Mobile app, your mailbox is awesome. But here is tune in for Exec Connect. I haven't opened this yet. Let's open it, right? Let's look at it together. Boom. Click on this. What's Exec Connect? Oh, that is with the hottie himself, Scotty the hottie, Scott Lewis.
Scott Lewis.
Right? The join the hangout. So you can literally, when you go to your back office, we can listen to him at 8 p.m. Central Time, 9 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday, August 2nd. That's why I made my tasting party this week on Thursday. And we're going to go join us on a Facebook Live. Boom. Click here. Watch him anywhere in the world. No need to dial in. Just push play. Boom. Hit that. That's in every one of your guys' mailbox right here or in your J Mobile app under your mailbox. Okay, you guys understand that? So if you haven't been opening this back office stuff, you don't even know what's going on. Some people never click on their mailbox. Okay,
Right.
That's important stuff to know. All right. So number 8, order your marketing tools. When I click on shop I'm in my back office now. See, I'm still in my J office. I click on shop and I can order whatever I need. Oh, it kicked me out. I was out too long. Talking. Renew with Renita. Boom. Okay, watch this. I'm going to go along the top and I'm just going to hit shop. Okay. As soon as I'm logged in here, shop, hit this. Boom. So when I click on shop, I can go in here and click on the country, continue, we're in the US, and you can literally go on here and order marketing materials or order product anytime you're out of product. You don't have to wait for your auto ship. Some people think they have to wait for their auto ship. They can order product every day if they need it, right? So when you go in here though, it says marketing materials. Some people have never seen this. You click on marketing materials, and I love it because I love tangible handheld things like these NV brochures. I buy these hundreds at a time. Detox face guides, I buy those 30 at a time. Okay. Here's your J kit for $24.95 with that blue box. If they just got the dollar sign up, make sure they get the blue box right there, right? Look at these product catalogs. You want them in Chinese, Japanese, Spanish. What do you got? Want them in? Come on. They have them in everything. This is so incredibly awesome. Look at this. Relive Jeunesse magazine, 5-pack. I don't even dink around with that. I usually go for the 25-pack. Or don't they have the 100-pack? Maybe they don't have them anymore. I thought at one point they had them in 100. Maybe they took it away. I order them in bulk because now 25, that's exactly $2 a catalog for 80 pages full color. Are you kidding me? What a deal. And if you feel bad about giving that to somebody, then tell them, you know what, I'm going to leave it with you. I'm going to pick it up tomorrow. If you got one, I got somebody that wants to take a look at this tomorrow. So you got 24 hours to look through this bad boy, and I'll be back to get you started because I got to get this to the next person. I talked to a gal last week and she said, Renita, do you use your NV every day? I'm like, absolutely. Haven't you seen my Facebook lives? Like I'm spraying my face all the time. She goes, do you use it every day? I said, yeah. She goes, you do? She goes, it's so expensive. I'm like, OMG. She said, I never use mine because I think it's too expensive. I said, there's 300 1-second sprays. My first set lasts me almost 9 weeks, and I sprayed a bunch of faces. It's cheaper to do that than go to Sephora, plus I get paid to spray faces. So is that woman going to have a hard time signing people up? What do you guys think?
Yes.
Why?
Because she doesn't have the belief.
You don't have the belief. And I said, what happened with your belief? And she goes, well, I was spraying faces and I was spraying it too heavy and then it was looking caked on. I'm like, I do one and done. Like you get one spray when you come to my party and you're out. Like I do one and done on my own face. I don't need 14 layers of makeup. Like what's going on here? Yeah, you'll run out in a week if you put 15 layers on. You know what I mean? So part of me thought to myself, that's a user error problem. You know, that's not a product problem. That's like she was putting too much on. And another thing is she's a cosmetologist. So she said, I don't know anything about like when you're warm or cool, do this color, blue, red, pink, yellow. You know, I don't know. I don't know any of that stuff. I mean, I know the colors of the rainbow, Roy G. Biv, I learned in the first grade, but the bottom line is this woman was like trying to overanalyze their color. And she was like, oh, I think they're a warm, cool, instead of just color matching. Like, I guess, here's my strategy. I hold that little swatch up to their face and I guess, and I usually take it 1 notch darker than that. That's my strategy. How simple is that? Right? And she was overanalyzing, they're warm, they're a blonde, they should be cool, they should be, I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, this is a science that I don't even understand that you're doing. And I said, and you're not sponsoring anybody and I'm sponsoring everybody. I'm like, I think you should just simplify it. I think you should just simply hold that little swatch thing up to their face and frickin' spray them that color. There, now you're done. And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, listen, what you're doing is not working. So she had a couple losses because she was overanalyzing and she was spraying too heavily, right? So then her belief went down. And then I talked to her and she's like, not even spraying. Her husband said, well, are you spraying your own face? And she told him no. And she's like, well, how are you selling the product? Her husband asked her. Good question, right? Like, and so are you going to do it or are you not going to do it is the question of the hour. And here's how I feel. I'm not going to beg, nag, or drag anybody to do it. Like, if you don't see how awesome these products are and how incredible this opportunity is, then I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Then it would mean to me that you haven't plugged into enough things going on. You haven't plugged into one weekly meeting ever, whether it's Zen Project 8 or the Tuesday nights that corporate does or the Saturdays with Kasaya J. I mean, if you've not plugged into anything, it'd be like, I don't want to be an eye doctor anymore, and you never went to one class in college. I don't know. Like, you got to engage. It's a business. And here's the thing about an entrepreneur. What I've realized is being an entrepreneur, you have to be incredibly disciplined with your time. I've had people that have had full-time jobs, made $100,000 a year on my team. They didn't have the structure in their life to get up and just go get this deal and go get the contacts. And guess what happened? They ended up going back to work because they'd rather have somebody tell them what to do and when to do it. Now for me, I vomit in my mouth when I think about that. Like, I could never go back to a job where someone tells me that I got to be there at frickin' 7:30 and I can't go pick up my kids because they're not feeling well I could never do that. Like, I would just never do it. It's not in me anymore. I'm beyond that. But what I've realized is like, if you don't have a little bit of discipline when you're building this thing, when the time comes for you to walk away, whether it's the $50,000 mark or $100,000 mark or $200,000 mark, if you don't have those strategies or those disciplines in place when you're building it just kind of on the sidelines, how do you expect to do it when you're a full-time job? You know what I mean? You got to get it developed now. You got to get those skills developed now. So you got to have structure. Kelvin Becerra did a very good job, a very good presentation. He called it Start to Sapphire. If you guys haven't watched that, again, it's in Renita Brannan. Everything I post in there is like gold. I don't monkey around with my posts in there. I don't just post for the hell of posting. It's not 1, 2, 3, 4. I post about my business. It's like, watch this. It's incredible. Do this. It's incredible. Take part in this. It's going to be amazing. That's how my posts go in that Renita Brannan. And so order your marketing materials, order your business cards, right? Like, if you haven't been in there and got this stuff, this is cheap stuff. Come on. These are inexpensive stuff that we can order here. Okay. There's the tear sheet. If you don't want to print it out, you can just, have you guys bought this book? Incredible. I have it at every one of my parties laying there. $25 investment. I'm like, this is the guy that is behind many of our Jeunesse products. It is awesome. He talks about blood sugar stabilization. He talks about homeostasis. He talks about epigenetics. He talks about anti-aging. He talks about resveratrol. The book is like a freaking encyclopedia. It's amazing. Get the book and say, I'm not a scientist, but this guy is, and he created a lot of our products, and he's really smart. And just show it to people and pass it around at your tasting parties, right? That's how, you don't have to be the expert and the scientist. We got them, guys. So order this stuff. This is all to help you. If you haven't got business cards yet, go to JeunesseGear.com. So let's talk about the 3 ways you make money. And then we're going to be out of here, okay? The 3 ways you make money. Let's go back to my website because some people don't know how to sign anybody up to make money. So again, I'm not going down here. Watch this. I want to show you how Kim was accidentally getting this wrong. I can type in Renew with Renita right here. Let's see what pops up. Fortunately, I have enough on social media that it's going to probably redirect. Well, what happened with Kim, hers was Zen with Kim. Watch what happened. To some other broad. Watch this. I think it was Zen with Kim. Okay. It went here, but then we went to, what was the first thing that went to basically a website. On her phone, the first thing that came up was this other Kim. It's none of these now, I don't think. Maybe it is. But the bottom line is when she typed in her username in the Google search engine, it linked out to some Kim in another country, and that woman sponsored 3 of my Kim in Arizona's people. How crazy is that? Not sponsored them, they were just customers, but still, it sucked. Okay, you guys get that? So I don't go right here. I don't go to the Bing. I go all the way up here. This is the URL box. I type in my username, www.renewwithrenita.JeunesseGlobal. See the difference there? Don't go to a search engine, go to the URL. So now I'm in my URL, boom, it's gonna come up, rock and roll. It's working over here. Let's see what comes up. There's my website. Here's the 3 ways you sponsor people. Number 1, let's get this thing pulled up. Number 1, I can simply go, if they wanna become a distributor, right now it's $1, okay? And again, when there's a new promotion, I walk myself through it and pretend like I'm signing up again. Why do I do that? because you can't lead someone someplace you've never gone before. It's not hard to sit down and just like walk through it a little bit. It's actually really, it actually helps me. I'm like, oh, I'm glad I know that now. So become a member. Click on the heart, right? This is number 9 on your checklist. When they become a member, they're joining your team as a distributor. They get to choose from one of the most awesome, I talked to 2 people last week from Estonia. We actually, I'm like, are we in Estonia? I don't know. I pulled up Estonia. I literally went to the country of Estonia, and I found out which products were available. Because look at Estonia's in there. There it is. Okay, I thought it was just full of caveman. Obviously, the guy who created Skype lives in Estonia. They're pretty hipster over there. Okay, so I choose the country that I'm in. USA, baby. Okay, English, continue. Now I'm signing somebody up. You're signing somebody up at your website. This is what they look at. So if you can't answer their question because you've never gone and done this, then they're going to be like, well, if you can't tell me how to do it, who can? Okay, you're their leader. You're their fearless leader. Come on, we got to step into that. Just do it. Faith it until you make it. So continue. We hit that button. It's going to go through. Now, this is where they fill out all of their info, right? This is where they fill out, it says right there, their sponsor ID is whatever your name is. Their main site URL is what they choose. Maybe it's Young Pearl. Maybe it's Health with Stacy. Maybe it's whatever. I mean, I literally sometimes, I chew a lot. There was actually a Renita already in Jeunesse. I tried to just do Renita, and there was some other Renita. That dirty broad took my URL. But anyway, renew with Renita, and I'm going to give you advice. I would never, ever choose renew with Renita ever again as long as I lived. Do you know why? Because it's too hard to spell. Is there 1 W? Is there 2 W? Is this Renita, R-A-N-I-T-A? Like, people don't know how to spell my name. So that was a dumb URL. My advice to you is make something super simple. Like, glowing, shine, young. A lot of those are going to be taken. I'm going to tell you, young is going to be taken. Young again. I mean, figure something out that's simple. And if you have a dumb domain name, let's just call it what it is. Some of you have crazy domain names that are way too freaking long and no one can spell them. And I mean, they're hard. I hate mine. So I know some of you probably chose dumb stuff. So, but I'm not changing mine now because it's labeled everywhere, all of my sites. So I have enough social media following that I can maneuver around it. But long story short, you can change that by going into your back office, your Jeunesse website that we logged into. And if I click on help desk, I can create a help desk ticket. They're not fast with this, by the way, but I can put on there, want to change my domain name. Hi, my name is Renita Brannan. My current domain name is, or my current username is Renew with Renita. I want to change it to easy. Whatever. Like give them 3 examples of what you want to change it to in case all of the first one is taken. Okay? You guys got that? I don't know why it says that. Okay, so let's go back. Where was I at with this? Signing somebody up. So if you hate your domain name, change it to something simple, especially if you haven't made your business cards yet. Make sure they fill all this stuff in, right? Fill all this stuff in. I would say get them to fill in the bank account stuff right away if they're building a business because it avoids headache later on so they don't have to go into the J wallet and do it. They'll automatically just get a check in the mail, which is nice. Email, all this stuff, going through this. So look at this, starter kit. So now some of you are like, well, there's no dollar there, right? It's $29.95, $49.95. See this? So if you choose $49.95, at the end of the sign up, the very end when you go to checkout, it'll say, would you like to take advantage of the $1 enrollment right now? It changes it from $29.95 to $1. But if you've never went back here, you were confused about the dollar sign up because it doesn't say $1, right? So $29.95, and this is just a special. So maybe you're watching this right now and there's no special going on. Maybe you're watching this 3 months from now. But the bottom line is then you choose the starter kit English, $49.95. I had one person that got it in Spanish. I'm like, whoa, you must have chose Spanish. Maybe you're going to have a Spanish team. All right. As you scroll down here, sign up packages. You're saying, I don't know what's in the package. I pull this up on my phone. I click on view description and I screenshot it. Do you guys know how to screenshot? You hold the big button down and the button on the side at the same time, and it screenshots that. So when people say, what's in the ambassador package? Do you think I can remember all this? I can barely remember my kids' birthdays, okay? So, that's me just being real. I once had a wise mentor that said, don't remember anything you can look up. I can look this up. I don't remember everything that's in there. I do know that the ambassador packages, when someone signs up for those, you get a $200 bonus if they sign up on your team, okay? If they sign up for the Envy, they're getting a bunch of the Envy. Like this would be great for, a person that wants to talk about the skincare only. Envy. I'll be honest with you, most people that I'm signing up with the Envy package, if it's a hairdresser, is not even the Ambassador Envy, it's the Supreme. Because then they get one thing each of all of the cans, and then a primer and a bronzer. See that? Wait, I hit the wrong one, sorry. Let's go back to that. Where am I at? Envy, I want this one, Supreme Envy. Boom. 2 bottles of Envy primer, sorry. And then 5 Envy brochures. See that? Boom. And, oh, they give you a bottle of cellular rejuvenation serum. That's a hell of a deal for $4.99. That's a good deal. So that's a good one. 5 Envy brochures. So all of this, you're saying, I don't know what's in it. What's in the Zen Transform pack? It's $3.99. It used to be $3.05 in our back office. What changed? Well, let's look at it. Well, they give you an extra bag of shake mix. They give you a $120 retail sales bonus instead of $40. Lots has changed. You know what I mean? So if you didn't ever go back in here and look what's in these packages, you might not have any clue of what they are all about. So I would recommend you guys pull them up and screenshot them. That's what I do. I just pull them up on my iPhone and I screenshot what's in each one of those. So when someone says, what's in that ambassador package? I'm thinking about launching a business. Boom, I take a screenshot of this one and I take a screenshot of this one and I send them over. See how easy that is? Okay, so that's what you guys want to know how to do, right? So this is signing somebody up as a distributor and they follow the prompts. If it ever tells you you need the 4-digit zip code at the end, how many have ran into that? It needs a 4-digit zip code. They could look at a piece of mail on their kitchen counter and every piece of mail that people get has the 4-digit code on it. Do you know that? So just tell them, hey, go to your kitchen counter and that mail that you got today, grab that code. And if they can't find a piece of mail, just go to United States Postal Service, 4-digit code at the end of the zip code. And you put their address in and it gives you the 4-digit code. Now, some of you are thinking, what the hell are you talking about? Well, what happens is if you sign enough people up, you've realized that it asks for that 4-digit code. You guys get that, right? And if it doesn't ask for the 4-digit code, then consider yourself grateful that you've never had to come across that, because I've had people that say, oh, I can't sign up. I don't know my 4-digit code, right? So that's how you find the 4-digit code. So that's the first way people can go to your website and they can basically sign up as a Jeunesse distributor, right? The second way people can get in your business, let's go back to the beginning, okay, is they can sign up to be a customer. And this is just somebody that you told, maybe you did your Facebook Live and they're like, oh my gosh, I want that product. How do I get it? And they literally can go here and they can click on products and they saw me do Envy and they can literally click on that product and they're like, okay, I saw her do that video on that Envy. That's really what I want. Okay, what is this? Okay, and I can watch a video. They can watch more videos. They can scroll down. Let's say that they go down to the very bottom. I love this thing. And they can color match what color they are, right? Because they can put their current color. Oh, manufacturer, what do you use? Okay, I use El May. And what color are you? I don't know, like, you know, skin, I don't know, one coat light and easy, maybe. I don't know what the colors are. Okay, I'm a honey. Boom. Oh, you're a cool buff. Perfect. We got your color. They can just go there and they can order it. Boom. It's that easy if they know their color. Some people don't, and that's where we color match them, right? And then they can buy it. They're like, okay, I want to add this to my cart. Boom, boom, boom. How you guys get paid, if someone just goes to add this to their cart, you get the difference in price. This is typically, what, $39.95? So you can make $16 when they buy an Envy bronzer. Okay, if they buy this, this, and this, you get 16 times 3, which is what? 32, 42, 48. 50 bucks you make if they get all 3. Am I right? Maybe a little extra because of the CV. So maybe you get a cycle. So you guys get it? So basically that is the first way. Here's the thing. When I go to put this in my cart, let's just pretend I'm going to check out, because I'm just going to, just for sake of talking, I'm going to add that to my cart too. Okay, let's go to checkout. I'm going to buy these 2 things. You don't have to tell people about, I never explain the difference between retail customer and preferred customer. Never, not once. And I'm going to tell you what, I get both of them every month. Not because I'm sitting around explaining it. That's way too much detail for me. They go to checkout, and when they go to checkout, proceed to checkout, watch what happens. I'm at my own website now, okay? I'm going to check out. It prompts them. Oh, what happened? Go back here. Get out of here. Boom. Where did it go? Why did it go there? What the heck? Let's go here. What happened? Boom. No, that's not it. Guys, what happened to my thing? You little cutie. Let's do it again. So I'm going to go to my website one more time. Jeez. Renew with Renita. It'll still be sitting in my cart. So I'm going to go there. I'm going to buy my product. I'm going to pretend like I'm going to buy my product. See, my cart has 1 in it. I'm going to proceed to the checkout of there. I must have scrolled over something I wasn't supposed to scroll over. So when that person goes to check out, look what automatically happens. This is so easy. it automatically is going to come up. I don't have to say preferred, anything like that. I'm just going to go check out. I want to get out of here. I want to buy this stuff. So at the checkout, it says get up to, oh, you know why it's doing this? Because I'm already a Jeunesse distributor, so I can't do it. But it says right there, what happens is, let's go back here. It says become a Jeunesse distributor. I mean, it says save 25% if you want to become a preferred customer. That's what pops up. So, but the only way they can save 25% is if they get on the convenience plan, which is like auto ship. So when they say, yeah, oh yeah, I want to save 25%, they have to sign up for an auto ship, which comes next month, 30 days from today. So if they decide they want to do that, praise the Lord. Now you get a customer this month and next month, right? If they say, no, I don't care about saving 25% because I don't want to get on auto ship. Well, guess what? Now they just bought the retail price and you made the most possible money off of that deal. You guys understand that? And so
Yes.
you don't even have to explain it. I've never explained the difference between retail customer and preferred customer once since they launched it. But last month, I think I got 10 preferred customers and like 5 retail customers and the rest distributors. So the bottom line is they just figure it out. So normally right now I'm like, hey, do you ever see yourself sharing this opportunity with anybody? And if you do, I would definitely sign up for the $1 and get one of those awesome packages right now, right? I mean, that's really what you want to do. Because for $1, they're saving $49, and then they can always buy at the wholesale price, even if they're just a constant consumer. Now, when you're building a business, remember, like on Jeunesse Team Brannan, let's go to Jeunesse Team Brannan. What do you guys need to get to win this trip? Let's talk about the trip, and then we'll sign off. Number 10 is get yourself down to, the next event. And now, if you're not going, if you guys, I hope you're going to Jeunesse University. I know some of you are. If you're not, absolutely, you need to be at Expo. What is that? What just happened? It says it's not working.
Hello, gorgeous people. Are you ready to shine bright like a diamond? My name is Renita Brannan.
It's crazy. That was coming through one of your guys' Jeunesse Team Brannan. There it is. Okay, when I click on this, let's go look how to win this trip. And I'm going to be doing a video this week to put in the new Shine Bright Like a Diamond, the new Shine YouTube channel. Go like the YouTube channel, because when you like the YouTube channel, guess what happens? You subscribe to the YouTube channel. You don't pay any money to do that. But when I post a brand new video, you'll get an alert on your phone that says, Renita has posted a new video to the YouTube channel, Shine. And then you guys know when I post anything brand new. So make sure you go to this thing right here and subscribe if you haven't done that. Have you guys all done that? Go click on this link, go there and subscribe. Now, then add all your people to that YouTube channel so they can get the training too. But let's find, these Calvin Becerra ones were top notch. There's Exec Connect that we're talking about, right? I love that lady. Go for no. Somebody's talking about that. There's Mark and I, my arms in the air cheering as usual. Okay, there's my friend Jenny. We can't post that big time, but that's a big time picture. That's a major difference. So let's get to where I show you the cruise. Where is it at? Did I post that? There's Elevate. Here it is. So this is what we need to do to win the cruise. Let's talk about it. So remember early on I said you can't just get there 100 PGV or 100 CV at a time. So in order for you to win the cruise, let's talk about what it's really going to take. Like for you to go executive, you got to sponsor one person on the left, one person on the right. Okay, one left, one right. Then you're considered a distributor. Those people have to get in. They have to have 450 PGV in the allotted time. So that means between now and September 30th, you have to have at least 450 PGV running through your business. Well, if they get in and get on auto ship, you'll probably have that. But like I told Stacy Narlock, Stacy, get the person in with ambassador kit, then you got 600 CV already, right? Or maybe the Supreme kit. You want to try to get as much point volume as you can with those initial orders, especially if people are building a business, okay? So you can't just get in with bare bones, because if I just get in one on the left and one on the right with the Transform kit, that's only 200 PGV. I might be an executive, but I'm not getting that $100 bonus because I need 450 PGV. You guys get it? So to go to Jade, you have 2 on the left, 2 on the right, right? Right here. So you got 1, 2, 1, 2, 2 on the left, 2 on the right. And you need for those people to go out and get their 2, right? Yep. 2 on the left, 2 on the right. They got to go get this exact same thing that you just did in order for them to win with it. Let's go back to, which one was it? This one? Yeah. So when you do that to get to Jade, you've personally enrolled 4 people that have gone executive. That means they've sponsored their 2. But again, you need 3,600. Let's just do the math for a second. Let's just say you guys all go out and sponsor 4 people on Transform kits. That's 400 points, okay? Now let's just say each one of those 4, go sponsor 4 people each on Transform Kits. That's another 400 points. What's 400 times 4? 1,600. So now you just went Jade because you had your 4 people and they each got their, oh, I did that wrong. 400, and then they each get their, we want them to go executive, so they get their 2. So that's 200 each, 2, 4, 6, 8 plus the 4 that you sponsored. That's 1,000. So if you go and sponsor 4 people and they all go executive, you have 1,000 PGV. Well, now you're not getting this bonus. You see what I'm saying? Because you're lowballing it. You're kind of sponsoring with the bare bones. You got to start upping your game. You got to say, you know what? I'm going to go build this thing legit. And you got to quit making false promises with people and say, yeah, you can get in at the lowest possible price and you're going to make $1 million, because that's not true. And that is a downfall in this industry, that people say stupid stuff like that. It's actually given this industry a bad name. And that's why they jump from company to company to company, because they don't think it's them. They think the problem is the product or the compensation plan, right? The problem is them, because they've never engaged or plugged in. If you've ever been to an Eric Worre event, which we're going to again in November, we're going to Expo in November in Orlando, and we're also going to the Eric Worre event, GoPro. Pitbull's going to be there singing in November, because if you've ever gone there, he tells you the problem is not the company. The problem is you. You've got to learn to go and grow and decide how to make this business work. And so to go Jade, as you see, you need 3,600 PGV. Now you have between now and September 30th to do it. So if people are pecking away at it and their auto ships are firing, maybe you'll get it, maybe, but I wouldn't hold your breath, okay? What Stacy Narlock, I said, think about this, Stacy. If you go out and you get 4 people and they all get in at the ambassador kit, that's 6 times 4, that's 2,400 PGV just with your own personals that you sponsored, right? Let's just say that 2 of those people go duplicate what you did. Well, you're already past the 3,600, even if the other 2 just goes put Transform Kits in. So if you really want to know how to get to where you're going, you got to draw it out. And for each one of you that are on this webinar, it's going to be a little bit different. I can tell you, you're going to get there faster by upselling. And here's what I got to say. Get comfortable with upselling. The people at Target do it. The people everywhere I go do it. There's a system every place I go to shop at in town. They upsell me. Do you know why? It's a system. I mean, it's ridiculous. I went to Target, and what do they try to do? What do they try to do every time they check you out at Target? Who knows? What do they try to sign you up for? A Target Red card, right? Unless my Target's the only one in the country that's doing that, which I doubt. It's corporate-wide training. People upsell to us all day long. We got to get comfortable with saying, listen, you're launching a business. You don't want a little bit of product. You want a lot of product. So let's launch your business appropriately with the appropriate first order, which is going to be the Ambassador Kit or the Supreme Kit. Because that way we're actually setting you up to win, instead of getting in with the bare bones and holding your breath and hoping this thing that you have enough shake mix to get through your 8 weeks yourself. And God forbid one of your kids drinks one, because then you really won't have enough, right? I'm like, I hate that poverty deprivation mindset. I'm like, let's go. So Pearl is what? You sponsor 8 people. 8, 4 on your left, 4 on your right. Or let's say you have a powerhouse leg. That would mean you'd want to have at least, when you go to Sapphire, you have to have 3 on one side, and you can put the other 9 on the other if you're on a big powerhouse leg. But I built my business basically, 6 on one side, 6 on the other. I built it pretty square like that to get it going. But if you have a power leg, they actually, it's mandatory that it's compliant that you have 3 people sponsored on one of those legs. Even if it's a big heavy duty leg, you need 3 people over there to go Sapphire. But Pearl is you've sponsored 8, and all 8 of those people have sponsored their 2. So that means, people, if you sponsored somebody that just signed up as a wholesale customer, but they got in as a distributor, they're not one of your 8. Why not? They don't want to go sponsor anybody. You can't count them as an 8. They're just a wholesale customer. It's good that they got in as a distributor. That's nice for them. But you need to actually have somebody that is going to go work this thing with you. So if you're still counting your distributors as your wholesale customers that just really wanted to get the deal and wanted to get on auto ship at the deal, that's why you're stuck in wind. You got to go find some real people that want to build this business. And you know how you do that? You start talking about the money. As soon as you start talking about the money, you're going to find people that want to make it. That's how it works in this business, right? Real Sapphire is the same way. 12 people total that you've sponsored, maybe 6 and 6 or maybe 3 and 9, but you need 15,000 in PGV, okay? If you're doing that 100 CV at a time, what does that mean? If you guys are doing 100 CV at a time, that means that you need 150, right? Transform kits. Can any of you go out and sponsor 150 transform kits yourself? I certainly can't, and I am really good at sponsoring. That's a lot of transform kits. Now, if I had 150 transform kits, actually, I think that's 1,500. It is 1,500. No, it's 50. It's 150. If I would go out and do the math, like, and say, okay, between me and Sherry and Stacy and Mandy Hummel, and I start doing the math of everybody that can go out and sponsor transform kits, it might be able to get to 150. But again, I'm not holding my breath on that, right? I can't bank on it. I'm not sure if that's going to happen. Now, if I up the game a little bit and say, okay, let's just estimate that we can get like some really serious business builders in here at 600. If I can get 10 of those, right? If I can get 10 between me and people on my team sponsoring those, boom, that knocks out 6,000 of that 15,000. See what I'm saying, guys? Start putting some numbers together about what's realistic with you and your team. And for each one of you, that conversation would look different, right? Because some of you say, Renita, I only want to sponsor ambassador kits. My cousin Delaney only wanted to sponsor ambassador kits. Him and his wife, Kristen. That's all they want to sponsor. They don't want to sponsor anybody that wants to do less than that. It's going to have to be like an exception if they let them in their business with anything less than that. That's the standard that they've set for their business. Do you see what I'm saying? So that's where their mindset is. If your mindset is you're never going to get anybody in an ambassador kit and you're only going to give them 100 CV, that's why that's all you're sponsoring. So go for the big. Crack it out of the park big. You can always downsize later. Hey, worst case scenario, if you can't get with ambassador, you can do the Supreme. You know, but you might be sucking a little win with the Supreme, but we'll let you in at that. You know, you make it sound like that. People are like, yeah, maybe I should do that ambassador. Sounds like that's the best. And you'll never get offered that price again. That's the best deal you're ever going to get on those products. Remember that. Okay. And I tell that to people, get the best deal the first time. Get the best deal. You'll never be offered that discounted price ever again. It's a good deal. Get it. Okay. Do you guys understand that? So that is number 9. And number 10, like I said, is get yourselves down to Expo. November 2nd through the 5th in Orlando. That's going to be a lot of fun. Do you guys have questions? I can't see you. I apologize. Maybe if I start minimizing these things, I'll be able to see you guys. Let's try it. Anybody have questions? That was long. I'm so sorry. That was so long.
It was very good, Renita.
But I think that we just need the thoroughness, honestly. And we just need to be able to talk like candidly about like what's really going on. You know what I mean? Because if we can't do that, when I saw Stacey Narlock struggle, and she's a good leader, I just thought, boy, if she doesn't know this, nobody else knows it. You know what I mean? Because I would think that she would know it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so, and so don't ever assume that your distributors know. You know, make sure I always, like I make them now say, send me a video from your J Mobile app, send it to me. So I know that you know how to do it. I'll wait here for you to send it to me. And I like test them. You know what I mean? Because if you don't do that, then a year down the road, they still haven't downloaded their J Mobile video or their J Mobile app. Why?
Right.
Well, because they didn't know to, right? Or maybe they just got in for their health and they maybe didn't have any concern about the business, and now that kind of has switched a little bit. So then you kind of got to go back to them and say, okay, do this, follow these steps, like this YouTube channel, follow these 10 steps. And it's taught differently than it is in your blue box. That blue box is very beautiful, right? It's very pretty. It's very compliant. It's FTC regulatory, that box is. But sometimes when the rubber meets the road, it doesn't look exactly like what's in the blue box. You know what I mean? I like what's in the blue box, but when I pull out that thing, sometimes that's overwhelming, and it's not going to teach you what I just told you about how the rubber meets the road with this thing. And for me, it's all about rubber meeting the road. Like, we can be the smartest person doing nothing in this business. Like, we got to get to the doing of it. So does anybody have any questions, managed participants? Maybe if I do this, I can see you. Unmute all. You guys are all able to talk. I really appreciate you guys getting on. If it sounds like I'm intense, I am intense. I'm not angry, I'm intense, because I feel like there's a huge sense of urgency that's going on here with our country. Had a gal, I've been working on trying to get somebody down in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Well, I had somebody from a different team contact me and say, hey, Renita, I watch you on Zen Project 8 webinars every Monday night. Can you come down and do a presentation for me in Sioux Falls? And I'm like, no, it's 7 hours away and you're not on my team. But then it kind of just got my goat going a little bit because I'm like, hey, these people are building in areas that are close to me that I want to be building in. So we got to go now, you know?
Right.
And so how are we going to do that? Duplication. People need to know how to sponsor somebody. They need to know how to get in their J Mobile app, right?
Right.
So all of that. So I hope it's helpful. I'm going to save this and I'm going to upload it to the Shine YouTube channel so that you guys can share it with friends. And even if it's long, if it takes them 3 times where they sit down for a half hour each time to get through it, who cares? It's worth it. We go to school for 4 years. My goodness. We spend $40,000, right, to make our first dollar. How many times, how many classes do we attend in college to make a dime? It's incredible to me to think about how we do that as a nation. You know, so I'm like, we all can spend an hour and a half. We all can spend 3 hours a week on those webinars to learn, because there's 4 steps in network marketing that you guys need to do. 4 steps and you will make $1 million. Let me tell you what they are. Number 1 is you have to have belief in the business and the opportunity. And if you don't have that, I would read Go Pro by Eric Worre. And I'd get to an event by Eric Worre. Okay? Or also read Business School by Robert Kiyosaki. You got to build your belief in network marketing, right? Number 2, you got to believe in the company. If you don't have belief in Jeunesse, you got to get yourself to a major function. When you go to a major function, the scales are lifted. Oh my goodness. You come home on fire for life, not just your business, for life. Number 3, you got to build belief in the products, which means you need to consume them. It's hard for that girl to talk about envy when she's not even spraying her own face, right? It's impossible, actually. How are you going to make any money? And number 4, you have to build belief in yourself. And honestly, I think number 4 is the hardest for most people. They don't believe that they could do it. And I'm telling you, you can do it. You can do it. And that's why that's why for me, church is so powerful, because God just said so. So if he said I can do it, I can do it. But that's why getting around people that believe that they can do it is such a powerful thing, because you guys know that your belief is strengthened by getting around people that believe. You know, whether it's Jeunesse or weight loss, that every Monday night on those webinars, my belief is strengthened, and I do them with Mark McDonald. I was taking a video of him on last week's business webinar. Like, I was videoing Mark McDonald so I could send it out to somebody. My belief is strengthened, right? So people that aren't getting on those things, I don't know how they're doing. They're like wandering through the desert, wondering why they're not making any money. I'm like, you got to build the belief in the company. You got to build the belief in network marketing. You got to build the belief in the products by consuming it. You got to build the belief in yourself. And if you can and have those 4 beliefs, you will take this thing to the moon and back 10 times.
Amen.
Amen. So with that being said, I think that's how I'm going to close, unless you guys have some questions. I'm sorry I can't see all your beautiful faces. I was like, let me try one more time to see if I can get you back. What the heck is it that I would hit? Who knows? Let's right click it. Quit Zoom? No, I don't want to quit Zoom. I already started it. Zoom, you little cutie. I just want to see your faces. Contacts, is it meetings? No, because this is the meeting that we're on. Home. Give me it. I want to stop sharing my screen. How do I stop doing that? That's what I want to do. Let me try that. And then maybe it'll go back to your faces. What the heck? Right. No. I'll figure it out. I just can't do it right now. I apologize. Hopefully you got it. Hopefully you figured it out. I mean, I got something out of this webinar. I love you guys. We're grateful for you. I tell you, that Shine thing is where I'm going to be posting everything new. So get on that, because that's going to really help your new people. And let's start duplicating that. Scott said it best. He said, it's so much faster to grow when you're multiplying versus just adding. Like, I can add 1, I can add 2. Hey, you guys, I added 10 people to my business this month. But without you guys out there multiplying, my business isn't growing that fast. 10 is not that much in a month. You know,
right.
I can get 1,000 people in a month, 1,500. And you guys got to start thinking of your business like that. Yeah, you're good if you can go out and get 2 a month. You're excellent. But imagine if you had 4 people that were all going out and getting 2. Now you're getting 8. Now you have 10 going into your business every month. Now your business is growing faster than if you were just adding them yourself. So multiplication, and our God is a God of multiplication. That's what I know. Jesus multiplied the fish. He didn't add them. He didn't just add 2 more on. He multiplied them because it became so plentiful that they just had so much left over. That's what I want our businesses to look like for everybody here, because can you imagine the impact that we're making on those children with diabetes if we're doing that? Come on, it makes me cry when there's 55,000 kids in our country with insulin pups with type 2 diabetes. It is sad. We got to go. It's go time.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You got to get excited about that. So you got to talk about the money. You got to talk, because some people don't care about the health, but they care about the money. But all of a sudden they get in for the money and they realize the amazing health benefits. And they're like, this is fantastic. I love the health products. I'm like, exactly. You know, I'll take them. If they want to get in for the money, I'll take them there. If they want to get in for the health, I'll take them wherever they're at. Let's go. You know what I mean? Walk with the walkers, jog with the joggers, and sprint with the sprinters. And the ones that are sitting, love up on them, but don't spend too much time with them.
Yep.
You know, you can love them and invite them to things, but if they're not going to, like, you know, the best thing one of my mentors ever said to me is, this is catch. I throw you the ball, you throw it back to me. You know, if you've told somebody to get on 10 Zen webinars and they haven't got on one, and you keep going over to their house to help